August 31st, 1970. Anka, where is Ray?
So Ray stands with God.
Then he is safe.
Now we should tell thee of a time, and as we tell thee of this time, thou shalt know many of you of a time where you have been before. We shall tell thee of the last days of the man thou knew as Jesus Christ. And in telling you of these days, thou shalt know in which thou have come. Once, just before his death of the physical body, he was asked these questions. If a man should have of 7 wives, then which wife should he have in heaven? And he would answer in this way. First, the temple of God is in man. Second, if this man should reach, as I would know it, the Christ state, he should not know of a wife, for all shall be of the same. Therefore, it would make little difference if he had 7 or 107. And then thou ask, then what God should he go to? And we would say, remember his words, that God is the God of the living, not the dead. And then thou would say, how could this be so? And we would say unto you, those who are dead forever. Those who would live shall live forever, and therefore enter our Father's mansion as one. But then again, no man shall enter our Father's kingdom as one, for he shall come in the same way in which he was created. For he must have with him the spirit, the soul, and of the immortal body. And I would say, what would be the difference between the physical body and the immortal body. And we would say in words more lacking to our Father, the immortal body is of three and therefore may never die, for our Father has made it so. Now we should say that we have called you to our doorstep, that thy may act as our pebble, that we may cast into the brook that shall flow into the river and flow into the ocean, and by flowing into the ocean shall spread to many lands. And we shall use you as an instrument. Only if this is thy will. For remember, you have free choice, for our Father has made it so. But if thou accept this work, do not step backward again, Judas, or thou shalt destroy thy spirit. For we have waited a long time for thy coming. And now the chain that was broken before shall be bonded back as one, and again thou shalt stand on your earth, the completed chain of 13. You have other questions? Ask.
Odka, we have many questions tonight. At this time, Jen is quite concerned about a very dear little friend. Is there anything that can be done?
First, for this friend, we should give the help that is needed. First, change thy diet. Change it for this friend. Take of the fresh vegetables, chopping them and then grinding them. Take okra. Take of the radish. Take of the corn. Take of the spinach. Then we would suggest taking of a blood tonic known as SSS. Grinding this finely, mixing it, then taking of fresh liver, cooking it very slowly. With this, you must remember, the one you speak of has what is known as tick fever. Now we would suggest one other. Take of the night blooming citrus, grinding this within the food. take of the sage tea, preferably of the root of the sage, grinding this within the food. And third, remember, if you should have the faith to walk on the water with us, and if you should talk to thy Father, and it should mean something to you, you have but to ask. But have faith in yourself, and by having faith and believing that your prayer shall be answered, then your prayer shall be answered. You have other questions on thy mind. Ask.
Odka, Steve would like to know, in what way is he supposed to walk in his father's footsteps, and how to go about informing his fellow students?
For the son of Peter, walking in thy father's footsteps is not an easy task. Then we would say, walk in your own footsteps and make the print from the same a strong and firm stand. Build thy faith in thyself, and when you speak of us, and speak of our Father, and you speak of the coming of the Messiah, then you shall be believed. Have faith in thyself, my son, for we have faith in thee. Now we see the difficulty in thy mind, and we should say then to Soul John, you have done well. In thy meditation we shall come unto thee and answer the question that is in thy mind. For the question that is in thy mind must be answered in private. Can thou understand of which we speak?
Yes.
Then, for so Paul, we should say, have faith, and fear not, for we watch over your household, and we shall watch over it both night and day, for there is no night or no day from where we come. Can you understand of which we speak?
Yes.
Then for Soul Genie, God blesses you and sends you his love. and that love shall flow to the bottom of the valley below the sea, and shall cover all things that thou should touch. Your question of your son, remember that even of the best of the trees sometimes may produce bad fruit. But with prayer and faith on your part, and with the help of the others who should pray with thee, the help that thy need we should give unto thee. And now, of thy doubts, O soul Luke, we would say, sometimes soul Luke must gather strength within himself. This time must be given him. Love him and cherish him and bear with him, for in the end he shall stand at your side. Can thou understand of which we speak? Nay, not fully. Then we should answer your third question in for different way. For the one thy fear, for there is no fear, and no reason to fear. For the help thou have asked for has been given, and there shall be no problem here again. Now can you understand of which we speak?
I think so.
And now for Soul John. In her mind she has asked, of her time of turmoil and why they should come about. And we should say unto her, if thou should ask our Father that we should enter and think upon us for 3 days, we should give thee the answer and the help that is needed. But we should warn thee, as I walk, tread carefully, or thou shalt be bitten by the dragon. Do not overtrust this dragon, for he is from Lucifer, and should cast you asunder. I have other questions. Ask.
Adka, Don has asked, how do the Hindu sand writings correspond with Christianity?
So Bartholomew asked now as a child, for he knows this answer already in his mind. Then we should answer this question again. As we have said before, and as our Father has told unto you, there were many before the one who did ask, and the one who did say unto our Father, send thee those who knew and loved of our Father. And we should say unto you, that I can destroy nothing. Our Father has many mansions. Therefore, build upon each belief, each religion, except those from all faiths, and give them into the gift that we have given unto thee. Remember, if a man should have but one teardrop to shed for our Father, and this is all he is capable of shedding, this is enough. But remember also, if a man is capable of shedding many teardrops and does not, and only sheds half of what he is capable, then this is not enough. For those of you who we have chosen as disciples, and those of you who choose disciples among you, first of the first and first of the second and then of the third, we should expect great things of thee. But remember, our Father loves you more than all your world could love together. And remember, he sheds tears for you. And he should come into your house if thou should open the door. But our Father has given each of you free choice, and should you close the door unto him, he cannot enter. But remember, those who have not opened that door shall be of no more, for they shall be, as we have spoke before, of the dead. For our Father is the God of the living. Can thou understand of which we speak? Nay, not fully. Then take with thee one message, and remember, as we have said before, our Father has spoken. We have made you in our Father's image, And as your physical body shall change, and the doorway shall open for more in spiritual enlightenment, then you shall, as you would call it, look as our Father has made you. Now, so Ray should grow tired, you have one question that is important to ask of it.
Adka, Joe would like to know why he was sent here.
We have answered this question.
I thought so.
And now I should waken so Ray from his slumber. But before we go, remember, now is the time of the chab, or the chavum, as I would call it. And remember, your time and half time are at an end, and now shall be the time of your Father.